In the last 2 months, I came across a concept called Yinjimarra, which is an Aboriginal word. I discovered it through a particular group that I'm in, activism group, and what it means is it doesn't have a quite literal translation to English, but loosely it's to go slowly with honor. I think it's with honor, or it could be with intention. I think it is with honor. So it's something which, since coming across, I've been trying to embody, and it's quite difficult to do so, and it's something which one can always embody more. So, what does the concept mean? It's essentially the antithesis to rushing into something. So in practice, it means that in any given moment, instead of trying to find the solution or sort out the problem or say the word or do the thing, it means slow down, let things settle, and just take deep breaths and just wait. And then think about all the different things, and then slowly come to a decision that you will actually be much more confident with, compared to if you had just made a hastily decision without waiting. So in practice, a couple of the things that I've done to do this is, firstly, in my speech. So I always love verbal diarrhea, and I could just talk the camera off for days. I could probably sit in front of a camera and just talk and talk and talk, and it would just be incessant verbal diarrhea. Applying the concept of Yinjimarra to this means not rushing to get my ideas out, but rather slowing down and making what I say more impactful and meaningful. And it actually can give you a lot more confidence in what you're saying, because you can give yourself time to think about things. So that's one area which I've applied it. Another example is I'm head of a section of an organization, the same organization, at a university, and my executive team didn't really exist. Last year it fizzled out for various reasons. People were busy, their priorities changed, but the executive team essentially fizzled out. So at the start of this year, I to continue, I was interrupted by a call. At the start of this year, I was thinking that I needed to get the exec back together. So I was thinking, okay, let's just message everyone. Hey, are you gonna just message everyone? But then I thought, you know what? I don't have to rush this. I don't have to scrabble to get them together. There is no super important event that they have to come to, or there is no urgency to start running the club properly again. So I thought, okay, let's just not message anyone and wait. And what happened was, over the next few days and weeks, I got more information as to what was happening in the organization. So when I finally did message them, I actually got a proper response. And some of them were able to be involved, some of them not. That's not the point. But I actually got a proper response. Whereas at the end of last year, when I was sending random just not thought out, not Yinjamuttered messages to people, they wouldn't get a response. I wouldn't get a response from them. So I found that when I take my time to actually think about what I'm going to send to someone, they actually get a much better response for several reasons. Or for one reason. Essentially, when you give it a little bit of time, your brain is able to sort things out a bit more, and you end up making a more rational and well thought out decision, even if it's not something you consciously think about. So we have a lot of conscious processes and we have a lot of unconscious processes, and there is interactions between the two. So you have a set of unconscious processes which will influence your conscious processes, and you'll have lots of conscious processes that influence your unconscious processes. So what happens is, if you consciously think, I'm going to write a message to them now, and you just send the message off now, a certain thing will happen. Whereas if you think, okay, I'll wait, I might get further information. Over the next few minutes, hours, days, weeks, whatever the timeline of the decision is, you will, just through life experience, get more data, and your subconscious will sift through all that data and influence your conscious decisions making ability, and you end up making a better decision, even if you didn't necessarily consciously think about what kind of message you were going to send to them. So that's my super pseudo-scientific analysis of what's happening, but it seems to be very effective. So I like to take my time with things and not rush them. At least that's something that I'm trying to do, because it's always tempting for me to rush back into things. It's a continuous effort to stay calm and to actually go slowly. So even in the process of recording this video, I could very easily launch into verbal diarrhea and get massively off track. And Yinjamutha is the process of, or is the idea that I'm going to go slowly with honor and make it through this video being on track and saying things that are meaningful and relevant. Yeah, so that's the concept of Yinjamutha, an Australian Aboriginal word. I think I've characterized it reasonably accurately. But yes, it's something that I've been applying in recent times, and I will continue to apply this in my life and see how it plays out.